Hello guys, in today's video I'm gonna show you a simple workout to get jacked with only a weighted vest. Alright guys, so starting off, we're gonna start off with the weighted dip. The weighted dip is an amazing movement and in my opinion the best pushing movement there is. This is mainly because there is a stretch component in the movement, which makes it better for hypertrophy in my personal experience and many people's experience too. On the other hand, you may believe that a deficit weighted push-up would be better. But in my opinion, the weighted dip is just superior as you can put more weight onto a belt or to the weighted vest as you can in a deficit weighted push-up. Either way, the two options are great, but I recommend if you want to implement one as a compound movement, as a consistent compound movement that you do every week and that you try to progress on it, I would recommend doing the dip. But yeah, either way, in this workout, I did higher volume. I did 3 sets of 12. 2 sets of them were with 10 kg, and then I went down a bit and I did a last set of 12. And to be fair, this really humbled me because I'm used to doing weighted dips. I'm really implementing them now in my workout routine, but I usually do them with lower repetitions. I do them with 30 kgs for 6 reps or whatever. And this really humbled me because, of course, volume training, I'm not really good at it, clearly. So this was definitely a punch to the gut. So yeah, probably in the future I'll do more volume training with the dip in order to maximize my dip progress. But yeah, next movement is probably the best pull-up variation in my opinion. And this is the neutral grip pull-up. The neutral grip pull-up, for me especially, it's one of the best variation, the most simple and easy variations you can do. So this is because of the neutral grip. There's not much scapular movement. This makes it very easy to pull, and usually people do much heavier weight on this variation in comparison to other variations. For example, if you compare this variation to a wide grip pull-up, you'll see that you're not even close. Like completely different variation. The one is much harder and this one is much easier. But then you may ask, why are you doing this if it's way easier? Well, for me personally, this grip just feels comfortable. I also hit more the lats, and I also can put much more weight, which translates to more stretch of the back, which I enjoy a lot, and for hypertrophy is very good. So yeah, for this exercise, I did only 2 sets with 1 drop set. This type of training I enjoy very much because it's very fast, very efficient, and it's a quick way to get high intensity work. Also, if you notice, many times in my last repetitions, I always try to hold at the end and go down very slowly, and maybe just stay down for a bit at the lower portion of the movement. All right, so for the third movement, I saw this contraption in the park and I was like, what the fuck is this? I haven't seen this ever, so might as well try it for once. And I figured out that it was an ab training tool, and I tried it out and it was amazing, to be honest. It's like a GHD sit-up, if you know what that is. It's like a sit-up, but you don't have any support, so it's kind of a sit-up, but also you have constant tension on the abs. And this is, in my opinion, probably the best movement for your abs. Maybe if you want to hit your obliques, do a cheeky twist, but apart of that, this movement will cover all your abs needs. Now, yes, ab training is very controversial. Many people say that it's not necessary other people say it's very necessary, I'm in the second group. I believe ab training is very, very important for your compound movements, for stabilization of the core, and also for aesthetic purposes. Even if you have a higher body fat, training abs will make you visible. If you train your abs at a higher percent body fat, they'll be more visible. And then once you cut, your abs will become more impressive than before. So please make sure to not listen to anyone who says not to train abs, and train your abs correctly. It's just like any muscle, really. So for now, we have probably the best pushing movement of all time, the best pulling movement in my opinion, and then the best ab exercise all in one workout. So now we're moving on to the isolation movements. And right here, I'm using the weighted vest, and I'm kind of doing an inverted row, but as you can see, I'm pulling the bar up to my neck. This really hits the upper back crazy. The rear delt also gets hit quite a bit, but you can definitely feel it in your upper back. All the traps, mid traps, everything gets hit in this exercise. And to even destroy more the upper back, I recommend doing a drop set like I'm doing right now. So I'm doing the set, and then I drop the weight and I do more body weight. As you can see, I'm struggling very hard. The first reps are quite easy, but then suddenly I can't do any more. It's crazy. But yeah, for this, I did 2 sets, and both of them, I did a drop set. So make sure to do this, because most of the times, calisthenic athletes only focus on pull-ups, dips, and push-ups. Those are like the big three. But then you also have to isolate like any other athlete. Minimalism will get you broken up. So make sure to add variation, add some isolation movement. I know this is not technically an isolation movement, but it's really focusing on the upper back. It's really rare in calisthenics to involve your upper back in this fashion, since it's mainly focused on pull-ups. So make sure to do your isolation work. At least do this and maybe another isolation, and you'll be good. Like each workout, do 2 isolation. Like for example, this one is more for the upper back and the rear delt. And the next one that I did some rest pause training, tricep extension. This is a pretty original exercise. I saw it in Alpha Destiny's channel. Once he did a calisthenics workout, and it actually is a great movement. It's a fantastic movement for your elbows, and I did it in a rest pause fashion. This means 12 repetition, then you rest for 15 seconds, and then you do 6 repetitions, 15-second rest, 6 repetition, and you do that until you can do no more 6 repetitions. Alright guys, that's it for today's video. If you enjoyed it, please make sure to hit the like and subscribe if you want more content like this. Hope I see you next time.